Hello everyone, this is Beastly J-Man here with Mind Rose. Today I invented this thing up here. This is a humongous spawning room that forces them into this. This thing pumps out stuff. So unless you're using a mod that I'm using right now, which allows you to place spawners like so, then you can do this around a dungeon that you may find. So anyway, now that you see what it does, and this is all, look at all these. There it is just. And then, yeah. Now that you see what it does, now let's go build it. Alright, so when you're building it, I recommend building it in peaceful. Otherwise, you're going to have some problems. So, what you're going to do is, if you're building it around a dungeon, then you're going to have to work backwards from where I do. But anyway, so if you find a mob spawner, you're going to want to dig up 3 blocks like this. And you're going to make a tube that is 4 wide. And this will be the final place where they come down. So wherever you want it to end, this is where you're going to put it. No, wait. And then on one side, you're just going to go across the top like that. This will be the exit point, obviously. So now, to finish that, you're just going to put a bucket of water right there, and we'll come back to that later. Okay. Now for the actual piston pushing part. So the way this mob is so efficient, this mob spawner is so efficient, is that it actually forces the mobs to go where they are, to go into the grinder to get killed. That's kind of a bad word, to get eliminated. So now what you're going to do to make this is you're just going to put repeater, block, you have to have a block there, sticky piston, has to be sticky, and then 2 on top and a pressure plate below. Now I'm going to set the time so that we have some more light. You're just going to do this all the way around on the first one. And then once you are finished, I'll just do this real fast. Yeah, this is what you're just going to do all the way around. And now, the only reason you wouldn't want to use this, and you would want to use a different kind of spawner, is that, like the one that you've probably seen in our earlier videos, is that this one requires a little bit more advanced materials. So that's why I'm building it on creative, because I could build it on survival, but it would just take much longer, and I wouldn't have the flying, which is kind of helpful for this. Alright, so if you were building this in a dungeon, around a dungeon, then you would build it so that your spawner was on this level. You'd want it to be right on this level. Now, the reason I'm not going to put it there is that when you put it on that level, it'll mess with all this stuff. It'll mess with the it's much harder for them to spawn when you only do it on one level. So that's why you make at least 2, if not 3. Now, to build up the walls, the way you know you're doing it right is if you have one space right here that doesn't have any pressure plate. That's how you know you are doing it right. Alright, so then you're just going to fill in all around here. Okay, and that is going to finish the first floor. Okay, now for the second floor. You can't obviously put a pressure plate right here because it'll just be broken as soon as you put on the other one. So now you're just going to make a ring around on top of these. Okay. Now on top of this ring, you're going to put a pressure plate 4 across, again so that the corner doesn't have any on it. Okay. And then go out and up. And you're just going to keep doing this all the way around. Now, I am only going to make this 2 blocks high, and that is probably the minimum that you're going to want to do. That one over there is 3. And so, I'm just going to keep working while I'm talking. And so, like I said, you can make these things, you can make that 100 blocks high, but that'd be insane, just saying right now. If you make that, I want to see that video. Alright, Now here is going to be kind of the tricky part for some people. It's really not that complicated, but some people get all confused. Wait, after I put the pistons on, we'll do that. So now this is, like I said, this always confused me. So the way you know you're doing it right, like I said, is if you have one blank spot right here, and that's just because that's how it's going to work best. You can add another piston to the side. I don't recommend it because sometimes they'll glitch out. Like for example, you could add another piston like right here, or right here, and then it would push it on from this pressure plate. But those will sometimes glitch out, so I would not do that. All right. So then here is the basic setup as we put down these. As we put down these, last one. All right. So now the place you're gonna want to put your spawner or spawners, if you're using a mod that lets you have spawners, is we're gonna want to make. We'll do a skeleton right here. You're going to want to put it on the same level as these. Oh. Come on. That was dumb. You're going to want to put it as the same level as these. So these should be equal. And then we'll put 4, just so you guys can have a good demonstration. And break these 2 blocks. There should be a 1 block gap all the way around. This will provide for maximum spawning. And as you notice, they're not spawning right now, obviously, because it's on peaceful and it's light out. Alright, so now you're just going to build a little ring around the top. And you can keep going up if you wanted with this, or I'm just going to close it off here with a nice roof. You're going to want to keep it so that you have at least 4 blocks. That'll just provide for maximum spawn rate. And then just fill in a quick roof right here. Alright, and that's going to finish up the actual spawner, the actual spawn room. And then now we got to go work on the grinder. Okay, now this grinder is not one that you've probably seen in the other video that I made of only grinders. So we're going to get some glass so I can show it to you easier. So what you're going to do is you're going to block off one edge like this so that it all feeds into one spot. Now, mobs, as you'll probably know, can, when they're in water, they jump. It's like holding down the space bar pretty much. So now what you're going to do is you're going to use this to your advantage. So you're going to bring it all the way out, and then on the last block, use the last block because then you know it's far enough away. You're just going to build a little ring around it. And build across the top. You only want this to be too high. So then when they're in here, and now you're going to put a sign, or ladder, works with ladders too, right here. And, let me think. Keep the tube going up. And then put a block, a thing of water right here. Okay, so now you're just going to keep building this thing out a little bit. This can be as far as you want. It's your choice. I'm just going to do this far, and then you're going to go one away from here and put a sign across from it. Okay? And then after this, you are going to put 2 blocks down. So you're going to build a little tube around all this, obviously. Oh, wait, no, we don't want that there. Okay, and you're going to want to build a 2-high roof again. And then under here, you're going to want to put a water block. Oh, wait. Yeah, water block right here. And then this one's going to be a little bit lower than the other one, so we're going to have to dig down. Because I brought the other one up a little bit higher, but it doesn't really matter. And now what you are going to do, if I can think of it, Oh, yes. You're going to build it. Oh, no, wait. One higher. Put that there just to stop the water for a second. Oh, let me think. Yes, so now you have to dig down. Now you could have brought it up one more if you had put a water block and then another sign and then this, but this is just to save resources, so you guys can know how to save the maximum. So now this is going to go down, and then what you're going to utilize is that you're going to put a sign right here, and so that's going to force, and then your lava blade, no, that's not lava, or blade, okay. You're going to put 2. You don't have to do 2. I just do 2 just because you don't want them to accidentally get through. That would be bad. And cross. This will be your output. And then block up here, and sign right there. And in. Yep. Now you're just going to put a lava source. I can find it. You're going to put right here. You can put one right here too if you want. It doesn't really matter. And then close it all up. And we'll go see if this grinder works. So if I was a mob, I would spawn. Come on. My own trap is trapping me. I would spawn. And then pistons would push me out. Push me in here. Then I'd be holding down space like I am right now. I'd float up. Water would force me into the grinder. I would die, and all my stuff would fall out. Ta-da! Okay, now let me just block this off, and we will turn it on to see how many we get. Okay. Okay, so options. No, done. Now, if you guys, I'm sure most of you know this because this is a more advanced technique. You have to be within 16 blocks of the spawner for them to actually spawn. So, we will just wait right here. Oh, we can hear the pistons working. Oh, here they come. They're all coming. Come on, line them up. Line them up. Where are all the creepers? That's kind of depressing. So, as you can see, there's not as many as there were over there. That's because over there I made it 3 floors. Out here the creepers. And so yeah, this is probably one of the more efficient grinders as well, I would say. But yeah, just be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Bye.